Welcome back to Cinefellas, guys. I am Kevin Muller, and I am here to talk about a very controversial film starring a very controversial person. I'm talking about Jonathan Majors in Magazine Dreams, a film that premiered 2 years ago at Sundance. It was supposed to be a big thing, was supposed to propel him to the next level in his career, but as everyone knows, all that stuff happened with him. But before I go into my thoughts about this film, let's take a look at a clip.
You know my name.
Yeah, off the bat, I'm just going to say Jonathan Majors is incredible in this movie. You should see it if you're a fan of his work. See, I could separate the art and the artist. I'm able to do that. I know not everyone else can do that. There are some people who can. But look, I don't agree with what he did, but I'm here to talk about the performance. And holy shit, this one was great. I don't think he would have won the Oscar for this one. He definitely would have won some other awards and maybe like been nominated for an Oscar. Um, the movie is, even if that stuff didn't happen with him, it's a very bizarre movie and an even weirder performance. But he pulls it off. And who is he in this movie? He is Killian Maddox, and Killian Maddox is an aspiring bodybuilder. He works out. He takes steroids against his doctor's wishes. And the only soft side we see of him was when he interacts with his grandfather, who he looks after because the grandfather kind of raised him after tragic circumstances involving his parents, which I do not want to spoil. I want you to watch this movie, and made him just become a very awkward and socially weird person. At first, you're like, okay, maybe this guy's just a little off. He seems kind-hearted, but as the movie progresses, the movie gets a little weird, and then it gets a lot weird. And he is great in this film. I don't really get uncomfortable in films, but I was very uncomfortable in this movie. But that's the point of it. This guy is not someone I would want to hang out with. I don't think this is a guy I would want to be in the same room with. But Majors makes him pop from the screen. Majors definitely took something from deep inside him and brought it out because this guy is flawed. He is just very broken and mentally ill person who is just stuck in a constant loop of self-destruction and also destruction amongst other people. We have Haley Bennett. Haley Bennett plays a girl that he's kind of interested in. And I thought the movie was going to kind of glide on that. But, she is probably in the movie about 20, 25 minutes of that because they go on a date. And I don't think I've ever been on a date that was so uncomfortable. I felt so awkward watching this date. And oh my God, it was, Haley Bennett didn't really say anything during that scene, but you saw it all in her face. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm here. I gave this guy a chance. Yeah, he's a little awkward, but big mistake, and I have to get out of here. That scene is great. There's a lot of other scenes. The movie kind of swims in its own sorrow a little bit too much, but it's kind of the point. But yeah, it was a little too depressing. It's not a very happy movie to watch. I suggest watching a comedy after this one, but Majors is incredible in this one. He's a destructive force in nature, and I really like this movie. It's not perfect. There are some flaws to it, but he keeps you captivated, and he's on screen the entire time, and you just see this poor guy just sink lower and lower. It's a kind of movie with a character. It's a character movie, and you're like, okay, this is it. This guy can't sink any lower. And then you look at the time on your watch or your smartphone. You're like, oh my God, we still have an hour left, and he keeps going down and down and down. And I have said that. Listen, there are a lot of people in Hollywood who have done a lot worse things than he did. I think he's a fantastic actor. I think he should be given a second chance. He has to work for it, okay? He's definitely got to work for it, but this is a great performance. And again, I'm recommending this one to you guys, but I am highly, highly suggesting and recommending that you have a comedy lines up right after this one because it is an uncomfortable watch, but it really dives into the psyche of someone so broken like Killian Maddox. And with that, guys, I am going to give this one 3.5 out of 5 Jonathan Major hair pieces. Were you one of the ones who saw this? I know it wasn't really out that long in the theaters. I think it was 2 weeks. I caught it. I had to drive a little further than normal to, catch it. What did you think? Were you blown away by this performance, or, is your view a little too skewed of majors to even give this a chance? Let me know below. Come to the website, cinephils.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Shout us out. Give us love. Anyway, until next time, guys, I am Kevin. And as we say in this site, cheers.